In this video, I'm going to show a profile that can be downloaded onto the Quadstick that will allow users to play a variety of different games, including 2-joystick games like first-person shooter games, 2-joystick adventure games, racing games, and sports games. This profile can be downloaded to replace the default profile that's on the Quadstick to allow a user to play a variety of different types of games. You might need to make slight modifications to the profile for a variety of different first-person shooter and adventure games, though the profile itself should work for most games. By downloading this profile on the Quadstick, you should be able to play most first-person shooter games using the Quadstick, a lot of different adventure games and third-person shooter games with the Quadstick, racing games, and sports games like FC and Madden. In this video, I'm first going to show how to switch between the different profiles and how to access the controls in the variety of different games and how to use this profile effectively. Then, at the end of the video, I'm going to show how to download this profile onto the Quadstick, and I will show how to use the reference sheet and print it out and utilize it to see the different controls on the different profiles in the game. This is a reference sheet for the different controls on this profile for the Quadstick, and this reference sheet can be found in the link below the videos to print out as the user is learning the controls. Each row corresponds to a different control on the Quadstick, and the column shows what that control on the Quadstick activates in the game, depending on which mode or small profile you're in. Your Quadstick will always boot up in mode 1 or small profile 1, and this mode you'll utilize to navigate the menu. Mode 2 you'll utilize when you're inside of a first-person shooter or adventure game. Mode 3 you'll utilize for driving games. Mode 4 you'll utilize for the D-pad control. And then Mode 5 you'll utilize for sports games. In the next part of the video, I'm going to show how to switch between the different profiles to control the different games and how to utilize the different controls effectively to play each game. Play a first or third-person shooter game using this profile. First, when your Quadstick boots up and connects, it'll always boot up in mode 1 or small profile 1, where the LED is on the far left. This will be the profile you use to navigate in the menu to get into the game, and then navigate to get into the game mode that you want to play in, as the Quadstick joystick allows you to control the left joystick on the console in this profile. So then I can navigate to the game mode I want to play in, and to select on something, I do a right blow, and a right blow is X on the PlayStation or A on the Xbox. And to go back, I can do a right sip, which is my circle button on the PlayStation, and B button on the Xbox. So I can navigate to the game mode I want to play in. And then get into the game. When you're in the game, you want to switch to small profile 2 or mode 2 by sipping on the side tube. This will move the LED to the second position. In this profile, tapping the lip switch will walk your player forward, and moving the camera around will be controlled by the joystick on the Quadstick. The other controls are when you do a center sip, this will aim or toggle on aim so you don't have to keep holding it down. To toggle it off, you sip again. And to shoot, you blow into the center sip and puff. This allows me to tap the lip switch to walk my player forward, and then move the joystick on the Quadstick to control camera movement, to move my player around. Then center sip will aim, and center blow will shoot. If I want to use my special abilities, I can do a left sip to do R1 and a left blow to do L1. And these will typically throw your grenades or use your special abilities in first-person shooter games. To sprint, I can do a left and center blow. And then to melee, which is R3 or right stick, I can do a right, left, and center sip. And this allows me to access all the controls I need without switching profiles. If you ever need to access the D-pad in the game, you want to switch to small profile 4 by sipping in the side tube until the LED gets to the 4th position. Up will do the D-pad up, down will do the D-pad down, right will do the D-pad right, and left will do the D-pad left on the joystick. To go back to profile 2, and then this will put you back into your typical profile. When playing an adventure game, you also want to use the left joystick when in the menu, but when you're in the game, you want to switch to small profile 2 or mode 2 by sipping in the right sip and puff. This will allow you to use the joystick for right joystick movement, and then the lip switch to move your player forward. Here it's asking me to lock target, which is R3, which is left and center sip. And that will lock onto my target in the game. And then square is my attack, which is right and center blow. L1 is hold to block enemy attacks, which is my left blow. Here I will do a left blow again for L1. Here R1 is left sip. And here I'm going to use the force again, which is my R1 or left sip. In the adventure games, there might be some situations where you have to use the left joystick to do certain actions, such as moving around. So, in those situations, switch back to profile 1. This will allow you to access the left joystick for different situations in the game where you might have to access the left joystick. Then when you get out of that situation where you have to access the left joystick, go back to small profile 2 or mode 2. And this will allow you to go back to your regular FPS mode where you're accessing the right joystick on the quad stick. In this profile, there's also a profile for racing as well. For example, if you're playing Grand Theft Auto, you might need to enter into a car. Or if you just want to play a racing game. Here, once again, you're using your profile 1 or mode 1 when just navigating the menu screen. But when you get into the game, here you're going to switch to small profile 3 or mode 3, or the LED is in the 3rd position. This is optimized for racing. In this profile, going up on the joystick controls R2, which is your gas pedal. Then moving the joystick left and right will control steering. Down on the joystick, we'll do L2. The farther you move the joystick up, the more it'll hold down on the gas. Here you can access all the controls you need just for basic racing. Also, center blow is going to be your X or A button, and center sip is going to be your B or your circle button, which sometimes are boost or drift in racing games. Profile 5 or Mode 5 on the Quadstick is optimized for sports games, games like FIFA or FC, and games like Madden or NFL. This profile can be accessed by using the side tube and sipping until the LED gets to the 5th position. In this profile, center blow is going to be the A or X button, center sip is going to be the B or circle button, right and center blow is going to be the square or X button, and right and center sip is going to be the Y or triangle button, and the lip button will be left bumper or L1. So again, in the game, center blow will be my pass. Through ball is right and center sip. And center sip is going to be shoot. On defense, center sip is tackle. And to switch players, I can tap the lip button, which is my left bumper or L1. To download this profile onto the Quadstick, first copy the link to the spreadsheet that I posted in the link below the video. Once you've copied the link to the spreadsheet, you want to plug your Quadstick into your computer and open the Quadstick Manager program. Once your Quadstick's plugged in and the Quadstick Manager's program is open, click Add Game to User List. Paste the link to the spreadsheet into this bar here, then click OK. This will add the game in this side column here. So you should be able to find it. It's called Quadstick GR, and the file name should be default.csv. Highlight it then, and then click Download to Quadstick. Then the bottom left should say Downloaded Quadstick GR into Quadstick. And it should show up now as your default or first profile in your Quadstick. And now you can utilize this profile to play games.